I wanted to show you what I do from end to end to create my posies, including how I wrap them, because I know some of you have asked. So I'm going to create this little video for you as I do it. So excuse the mess, this is keeping it real in our messy shed. Look at all the seed packets and everything. So I've just been around the garden. It is evening of Monday night. I've done it a little bit early actually, but you need to really wait till the sun goes down. You can't feel the sun on the back of your neck is when you're supposed to cut your flowers, or first thing in the morning, but I'm not brilliant first thing in the morning, so I prefer to do it now. So I have been round and cut. This is the first week my garden has outdone me. I have left flowers on the, I've left them on the plants. I just can't cut enough of them. I haven't got enough people to give them to at the moment. So I've got cosmos, I've got snapdragons, I've got scabiosa, I've got rudbeckia, I've got amivizinaga, I've got borage, I've got cornflowers. You'll see it all tomorrow when I turn them into my little posies. I've got the sweet peas, I've got phlox and more sweet peas. So I have filled these buckets with water and jars with water, and I am going to leave these here overnight. So first thing tomorrow morning I can take these, turn them into posies. So they will have done what is called conditioning, which is where they're all a bit floppy right now. They'll all be really upright. They'll have had a big drink of water overnight. I'm going to top these buckets up actually so that they're full almost to their necks, and I will come back tomorrow morning and I will show you what I'm going to do with them. Okay, so first things first, I have a little routine now that I've figured out just through doing this every week. So I clear off the kitchen table, I move the benches out of the way. Let me move this. How cute is that? The leftovers from the garden pickings. So clear the kitchen table. Speaking quietly because I do this early before everyone else gets up. I have my stickers and I have some paper. So all I do is I bought a massive roll of brown paper, craft paper, just off Amazon, and I cut them into these squares about this size. You'll see when I put them next to the flowers so you get a sense of the perspective. So they're squares, and cut them as triangles like that. So I have all these on the side here, put them over here, ready to go, before I even bring the flowers into the house. I now have the flowers in the house. You can see because I conditioned them last night, they are all standing up straight, all perky and having had a lovely big drink last night. I put all the smaller ones up on the side because I do separate bunches with those. Usually do those at the end. So I'll show you what I do next. So now I lay everything out in bunches along the table in the different flower types so I can reach them easily. Normally I do, and those are still on the side, normally I do a mixture of flowers, which I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But today I'm going to do lots of bunches actually, just to keep it really simple, because I've got a lot of a few varieties. So I'm going to do a mixture and then I'm just going to do some bunches. So the next thing I'm going to do is these buckets are full of old water now from last night, so I'm going to empty them out. I'm going to keep one empty for all my flower end clippings that I'll show you, and one, in fact two today, with fresh water in the bottom, so that when the posies are done I can just pop them in there and they'll be ready to go in the car and out the door. Right, I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here, because I don't have anyone to hold the camera for me this morning. So I've got all my flowers here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a focal flower. Now I don't have any roses or dahlias or any big showy flowers at the moment to go in the middle of my bouquets. That's just what's going on this week. So I'm going to use these cosmos. So I grab some of my flowers. I have no idea about flower arranging, by the way, so all I'm doing is looking to see when they're in a posy flat like that, do they look, well, they're going to look pretty. So I go along the table and I add just flowers in my hand, and I try and do it in 1s, 3s or 5s. I'm trying not to use too many because I don't want too many mixed bunches. This is going to be a mixed one. I'm going to add some of this Annie in, like as a backdrop to my flowers. Some of these, a couple of these, in fact just one of these beautiful. Actually, I'm going to put my, if you can see this, I'm going to put my Annie over here to frame that side of it. I'm going to put my this over this side to frame that side of it. Let's get these little flowers through. So a flower arranger, as I said, I'm not. I'm going to put a bit of borage in the back because that just adds a beautiful bit of colour there, a bit of denseness, a bit of texture to it. A little bit of cornflower, again just an additional bit of colour. And then I'm thinking I just want another cosmos in the front. Let's have this one. So here we are. Right, really simple little posy. And now I'm going to show you how I tie them in the paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is I just make sure that I take off most of the bottom leaves and things in as I'm picking, and I just dump them on the grass in the garden. But here you can see there's bits I've missed as I've made the posy the right height with all the flowers, so they're going to sit prettily. You know, some stems are longer, some are shorter. So I'm just going to go and clean all those off a bit, especially the cosmoses and the cornflowers are so fluffy. And then what I'm going to do is make sure that some of these hit the bucket, some of them don't, that these ends are all the right length, because when I have dyed them, I'm going to put them into in their brown paper in a bucket of water to sit while they travel, and obviously they need to all be the same length so they look nice, so that they all get to sit in the water while they're waiting, and so that when someone puts them in a little vase or jam jar when they get there, all the ends are in the water. Okay, so now I will show you how I wrap them. Okay, so I take the piece of paper, I have a sticker, put a piece of paper ready, and I have a sticker here just on the side, and you want the triangle facing up. Okay, now you place your flowers onto the paper like this so that the stalks are sticking out of the end, and then hold the 2 points like this. Now when I first saw somebody doing this, they stapled it here and then folded the paper like this, right? And then stuck it down. But I've been doing it long enough now so that I can figure out how to do it without a staple. So I just tuck one side under. So I know this is a terrible angle, so you can't really see what I'm doing. I have to get a child to come and video next time. And then I just tuck the other side under. And if you're lucky, the point comes to the front, and you just pop your sticker on the front. And then I just need to arrange my flowers slightly, because this bit of paper is actually a little bit too big. Should have cut a smaller square. And there you have your bouquet. And then what I do is I take it straight outside, because I have really good light here in the morning. I hold it up against this wall and I take a photo so that you can see it on my Instagram. Then the last thing that I do is take this little gorgeous bunch of beauty, I pop it in the bucket like this. I fill up this bucket normally with 5 bouquets. I think I might have 10 today. Stick that in the car and take it as soon as I can to be my delivery. So ta-da, the final shot, and you'll see these photos go out on my Instagram this week. I've got 6 bouquets in this bucket, and then here are the smaller ones, 3 posies in that one as well. So all from, this is the state of the kitchen, which I now have to tidy up, debris everywhere. But all of this came from my one garden. Here. So all of that, I hope that's inspired you to grow and give. Excuse the hair, like I say, I've got up really early. I do this before I start my real day job in the morning, and then I'm going for a run, hence the running gear. But it's such a beautiful way to start the day, going out into the sunshine, being with nature and getting to do this. You know, as soon as I finish my meetings this morning, I'll go and drop these flowers off. And I never get to see who they go to, but I know that they are much appreciated. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope it's been helpful to you.